In a letter to Clara Schumann, I'm glad you played Schumann tonight, Bach wrote, "For a small instrument, the man writes a whole world of the deepest thoughts and most powerful feelings. If I imagined that I could have even conceived of the piece, I'm certain that the excess of excitement and earth-shattering experience would have driven me out of my mind." So it's pretty good. I've watched this video many, many times, especially over the past couple of days. And it doesn't get any easier to see one of the most gifted musicians of our time get ignored by over 1,000 people. It's shocking that 1,097 people could walk by Joshua Bell and not pay attention to him. Actually, that's a mild exaggeration. While he was playing his $3.5 million Strad, he did manage to make $32, some small change, and a pack of gum. So, right? How could Joshua Bell, who fills the greatest concert halls in the world, for a pretty penny no less, go unnoticed? There are many philosophical questions that could address this, but at the heart of it all is the question of venue. Turning on the radio at home does not constitute a performance. You don't get the spatial, aesthetic, or even physical experience of music or theater or dance sitting at home. You have to go to the right venue. And a lot goes into taking an artist's idea from imagination to reality in these spaces. There is a symbiotic relationship between the artist and the audience for sure, but there's a lot more going on before and after the curtain rises, and that's what tonight's Salon is all about. How does an artistic director go about being an advocate for a composer that's probably long dead? How do they summon the authority and the capacity to do that? How does a stage manager make sure that all the parts come together so we can gather and feel a part of something that's so human and yet effortless? And finally, what does a venue feel like for an artist? What's their preparation and experience like? After all, we can all sense chemistry. We can feel your presence long before the applause. Even the collective experience of silence can be an incredibly powerful experience. Since I have no answers to these questions whatsoever, I invited this fine panel to answer them for us. So, with that, I'd like to thank our volunteers who've been amazing, thank all of you for coming, and say welcome to Salon West.